So hello and welcome back to my channel. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Saskia and I'm about to go into my second year of psychology at the University of Southampton. And I've made a few videos on like student financy stuff, as in I've made 2 videos kind of talking through my budget planner and like how I spend my money. And then I've also made a video on how to make money as a student or a teenager. And I thought I would kind of combine those and try and give some financial advice. I am not a financial expert, I just am good at managing my money. I have been able to save a lot of money whilst at uni and I've been able to earn a lot of money. I'm not an expert, but I have advice to give. And I thought I would share it because people seem to not know what they're doing. And I recommend knowing something about money. Like, you don't have to know like investments and stuff. I don't know anything about investments, but like even just knowing what bank account to get. Loads of people don't research this kind of thing, so I thought I'd kind of go through it with you. So first of all, student bank accounts. Get a student bank account as soon as you can. As soon as you have a conditional offer from anywhere, you should have the number when you log into UCAS Track. You have like a PIN code, a personal ID and a UCAS code or something. You need that, and you need some form of ID, like passport, driver's license. I think you need 2 IDs. And you just go to a bank and open up a bank account. You can do it online. I literally switched because I stayed with the same bank. I just clicked like, can I make my kids account into a student account, and it just did it for me. Like, it's very, very simple. Get a student account, because I'm not gonna lie, as soon as you turn 18, you get kicked out of kids accounts. They don't want you. You lose your juicy 3% interest and you go to an adult account with no interest at all. If you go to a student account, a lot of them will give you some interest, even if it's 0.5%, like it's still something. I get 1% or 1.5% on up to £1,000, up to £2,000, I don't know, but I get £2 a month interest. Like, it's not the same as my kids account where I got £6 a month, £5 a month, but it's still free money. Like, look for interest and kind of, there are loads of websites that will compare student bank accounts for you. Go on those. You don't have to do all this research yourself. I knew before I did any research what bank account I was getting. I knew I was going to get a Santander one because I want the rail card. Like, go for one that offers you an incentive or a freebie. Like, Santander give you a 4-year rail card, 3-year rail card, I don't know. But I have saved £40. I've used my rail card twice, and in those 2 times I've saved enough for an entire extra trip. Like, definitely worth getting if you're going to travel by train. I literally have only travelled home twice, but it's still a good amount of money to save, and you do want perks. Like, you don't just want a bank account. Like, Barclays will give you a 12-month subscription to Perlego to get textbooks online. Might sound okay, but you can get your textbooks online for free a lot of the time anyway. So like, for me, I don't care. One has 0.1% interest. No. NatWest will give you £50 of cash and a 4-year taste card. I don't know what taste card is, but like, if that's interesting, yeah. TSB will give you 5% interest up to £500. Not the best, but it's something. Santander, I think it's 1% or 1.5% interest. You have an overdraft. You don't want to go into your overdraft, but you want to know that if worst came to worst, you have a free overdraft. You will not have to pay. Make sure there are no charges for doing anything to your account. Like, if you need to withdraw money, there's no charges. If you need to go into your overdraft, make sure there's no charges. Like, make sure everything is okay. Research student bank accounts, get the one that is best for you, and get the one that actually has perks. Like, don't have an adult bank account because they suck. While you can get interest, get interest. Number 2, make a finance planner. By this point, I think you have to have applied for student finance. Like, you should know what your entitlement is. Work out what that is, like, per week. Like, look at the accommodations that you've applied for. Say you've applied for a really cheap accommodation and a really expensive one. Take away the really expensive one, just in case you get the expensive one. However much you have left is what you actually have to live off. Work out what that means. Like, work out if that's going to be £40 a week, £100 a week, and then work out what you spend. What monthly expenses do you have? You know, gym membership, phone, Spotify, Amazon Prime, Netflix. If you have any of those monthly subscriptions, write them down, work out how much will you be spending per month that will already be gone out of your account, that you don't actually have to spend. Work out what you can actually spend from your money, because there's no point working out that you're going to have £3 left and that will be, I don't know, £42 a week if you actually have £10 a week coming out of subscriptions, because you then only actually have £32 and you just kind of like, there's no point. Go on Excel, make a financial planner. I will link a video down below that I showed my finance tracker. It's not fancy. I literally just put like how much student loan I got in, how much my accommodation cost, how much I then had remaining, worked out how many weeks I had per term, which was like 10 or 11, divided my remaining amount by 10 or 11. That was what I had per week. Easy. And then what I did is I made a separate column for income. That was not touchable for me. I have not spent any money that I've earned at uni. I have several streams of income. I have bursaries and things like that. I'm not touching them. I am not spending them. Even in summer, when I don't technically have any student loan coming in, I'm using the remaining of my student loan from last year. I'm not touching my income because I don't want to. Make sure you actually know what's coming in and out. Like, if you want to literally write down every purchase that you make, do that. If you just want to see that you have £20 a week and you've spent £10 a week, do that. Like, work out what you want to know with your money. But it really doesn't take time. I'm not good at Excel, I'm not good at computers, I'm not very financially, like, I don't know finances. My financial planner does the job. I know exactly how much money I got coming in, I know exactly how much I've got coming out. I know everything that's happening with my money. Look for some way to get income. It doesn't have to be like a regular stable income like a job, but look for some way of getting money. Because it's today I'm filming this is Freedom Day. We're going to be back in lockdown at some point soon because people in England are idiots. So yeah, let's say we're back online learning. You will have so much time to work because live lectures get recorded. Come back and watch them. Like, you don't have to pay attention. You can literally, especially first year, go get a job. Like, what you can do is get an actual job, as in like you physically go somewhere and work. What you can also do is like the things that I've said to earn money, like selling your notes online. Sell, even if you literally, like for psychology, any 16 markers that you wrote, sell them. Any essays that you wrote, sell your EPQ, sell all your notes. Income, not stable, but you could get some money from it. Do things like psychology research, not stable income, but you can get a couple of, £20 here, £10 here, you can get vouchers for Amazon, you can get free things. Also, I feel like this is obvious, but some people don't find this obvious. Food brands don't matter. Like, alcohol brands don't matter. Food brands don't matter. Go to Lidl, they have a Lidl Plus card which can save you money. It's not a huge amount of money, but Lidl's so cheap anyway that, like, why not? Like, you can go to like bigger supermarkets like Asda, Tesco, Sainsbury's and still get things cheap, but I recommend Aldi or Lidl are the cheapest in my opinion, and they're just a bit of fun. I quite like a trip to Aldi or Lidl, it does excite me. But like, just make a list of what you need to buy. Make a list of what meals you want to eat that week. Like, you don't have to meal plan it, but like, I don't know, write a list of 5 dinners that you could potentially eat and then work out what you need for those 5 dinners. You don't have to eat those 5 dinners, but if you can't come up with an idea to eat, you have a plan. Also, buy drunk food. Buy like frozen chips, microwave chips, any kind of drunk food that you will want, rather than getting a takeaway. Cheap. Also, like, same with alcohol, don't buy branded alcohol. Things like vodka. Vodka's so expensive, even non-brand. But buy non-brand and it will still save you money. Like non-branded gin, check when things are on offer. Another way to kind of manage your money is anytime you're going to buy something, check student discount websites. There's Uni Days and Student Beans, I think. They don't always have a deal or a discount, but it's still a discount that you can get for free. Like, just to check things. I use honey. It doesn't really save me money sometimes, but like most of the time, honey doesn't do anything for me. But the other day, well, literally a year ago, I ordered a phone case and it saved me £4. So it's not something you have to actively do, but it will always be there. If you go and order something, you will have a discount potentially. I feel like that's probably it. There's not really tips on how to manage your money. You just have to be smart. Like if you know one week that you've spent more than you should have, take that out of the next week. Rather than kind of totting up too much, take out the next week. And like if you have a freshers, maybe allocate more money to spend in freshers because you're gonna go out more than you will do later. Like you don't have to have the same weekly budget. You don't have to have, I don't know, £30 every single week. You might want to have £50 for a few weeks in freshers and then live off of £20. Like it doesn't have to be constant. You don't have to be consistent with what you are allowed to spend. And also you are allowed to spend more. It's just nice to know what you can spend. I have found it really easy to manage my money, and I'm really anxious about money. Like I hate spending money, really upsets me, really no, but like now I'm literally spending like £500 a month on rent and bills and food and all that stuff. Hate it, but I'm more comfortable with it. I'm more okay because I know exactly how much is coming out. Like I know exactly what I can spend and exactly what will come out of my account on what date. And I also know exactly what days I get paid from work, exactly when things come in, exactly when things come out. And if I literally go on my spreadsheet, I can get a nice kind of visual demonstration of how much I spent and how much I have left. And like, it's kind of stressful to look and see how much money I have spent, but then I have to remember that I'm no longer living with my mum. I have to pay for where I live, I have to pay for my food, you have to be okay with spending more money, because you will. You will now have to pay for where you live, you will have to pay for transport, you will have to pay for your own like weekly shops, like food, going out. You will have to pay for things, and that's just how it is. Managing your money isn't as scary as it seems. It will be okay. You know, do some research on a student bank account, get that all set up, get all of your money kind of planned before you go to uni. Like before you go to freshers, you should know what accommodation you've got, what supermarkets you can get to, and like what student loan you'll have coming in. So you should know kind of roughly what you will be spending, roughly what you have. Like if you're gonna buy a gym membership, look at what gym is the cheapest. How are you gonna get there? If you go to a cheaper gym, do you then need to get a bus pass? Is that gonna be more expensive than just going to the more expensive gym? Work out the cheapest way you can do things that you want to do. Like don't say, oh, I can't do this because I don't have the money. Think about, you know, is it something you are willing to maybe spend extra on, or like go over your budget on doing something? Like I don't like going over my like weekly budget, but I went out a few weeks ago and I went over my weekly budget, and I was like, you know what, that is fine, because I had a good time, I enjoyed myself, and I will just spend less next time. Like I'll just spend less next week, or in a few weeks I won't hit my weekly budget. Like it's okay. Money's a bit stressful, it's scary being a grown-up, but it could be worse. It's not that scary. I don't cry that much about it. That's pretty much everything I have to say. If you liked this video, thumbs up, subscribe, tell me that you liked it, because I'm really insecure and I hate myself in all my videos. We'll end it there. We'll end the video there before I start too much self-hatred. If you want self-hatred, come over to my TikTok, because that's where I really hate myself.